Hey guys, I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about an amazing training opportunity that we have coming up here with the Refuge Medical and the Refuge training team. So a lot of you guys are familiar that in the beginning of September, we're going to be doing the essential responder. So we've had some questions as to what is the essential responder and what is this thing called night responder? So I'm gonna try to break it down as easily as I can, right? So the essential responder is made up of 3 separate parts. You have responder 1, responder 2, and responder 3. Now the responder 1 and 2 are done on one day, and that teaches you the basics of bleeding control and bleeding management, as well as some entry-level CPR and AED usage. And after we go through responder 1 and responder 2 selectively, we will then the next day move on to responder 3. And responder 3 is a full, in-depth, 8-hour course of scenarios where you would apply the skills that you've learned inside of the classroom setting from responder 1 and responder 2. These scenarios go from reacting to contact, active shooter training, mass casualty incidences, drug overdoses, casualty carries, and even more. This is a quick way for you inside of the classroom with professional cadre to see what would you do inside of a scenario where it's high stress, it's high pressure, and you are allowed to fail without any lethal consequences. After we finish the responder 3 portion of the class, we will then give the students a short break, and then they will enter into what is called the night responder. The night responder is a full 12-hour immersive scenario designed around SHTF, if you would. It's in a setting 6 months after a tragic incident has occurred, and I'm not going to give too much away, but basically you have to work with your team to complete an objective inside of a non-permissive environment. That's a fancy way of saying you're going to have to do some tasks in a scenario with role players that some of them may be on your team and some of them may not be on your team. These tasks will pertain exactly to the responder 1, 2, and 3 courses, while also giving you preppers a chance to test out some of the gear that you love and trust so much. This will be awesome because it'll be done while utilizing night vision, while utilizing thermal, while utilizing communications, and whatever other toys you may want to bring to the fight. So if you have your PVS-14 or your RH-25 thermal optic, or whatever else, your cool radio man pack, this is a great opportunity to come out with you and your friends and train on those exact items to see what would be successful and what won't be successful in these circumstances. Will your comms work over rolling hills? Will your radio give your position away? Will you be able to de-escalate a situation with a role player? All of this will be done under night, the nightfall, where bad things happen. While night vision is great and it's a great tool, not everybody has that. So in those cases, you will be utilizing white light and no light and red light as well to see how capable are you at actually moving around in the dark in a scenario where you're not too terribly familiar with where you are. This is going to be a great training opportunity for not just you, but for anybody else you bring along as well. And then you get to work with a team that you're not extremely familiar with. While you will have the rapport built through the responder 1, 2, and 3 classes, you're going to be put inside of scenarios now as a group to see how you succeed. If you guys have any questions about the responder 1, where we're going to be learning basics inside of a classroom setting, the responder 2, where we'll continue to build on those basic fundamental skills, or responder 3, where you'll be doing scenarios in daylight around those skills learned, feel free to reach out to bob@refugemedical.com or admin@refugemedical.com. If you have any questions pertaining to the night responder, whether it be on the gear list that's required, and that'll be listed on the website, or anything in regards to how the training is going to be conducted, who's going to be doing the training, or what may transpire in the schedule, any information that we can give you without giving too much away, we absolutely will. Just go ahead and reach out to bob@refugemedical.com or reach out to admin@refugemedical.com. We are so excited to be able to bring this high level of training to the average American citizen. We want you to have skills that are built strongly, so that way if something terrible were to happen, whether it be a car accident, whether it be bad actors trying to do violence, or whether it be, some sort of national emergency, you have experience and skill sets that were built upon inside of a safe setting where you get to learn alongside professional cadre. Once again, we really hope you guys partake in this setting. It's going to be a really cool training opportunity, and I'll see you there. you.